Hello, thank you for coming to this meeting. I know that in our last discussion, we could not come to an agreement to increase the inpatient payment plans, similarly to those of Medicare. I believe both of our parties will suffer much greater losses if we choose to simply not renew our contract. So today I hope I can share some thoughts for us to come to a mutually beneficial situation. As we both know, our contract formally ends at the end of the quarter as you have already received our 100-day termination notice. At the last meeting, you offered us the same contract with a 5% increase of the inpatient rate. Unfortunately, on our end, this slight increase was not enough for us and we felt that it was not an even agreement. Even though you did make a very practical case that your patients are much younger and in turn use much less resources, we still looked into it if it was still viable. Of course, you want to have the most beneficial outcome for North Creek Healthcare, but I feel that keeping both sides of the contract fair and helpful will help us continue to have a very fruitful agreement. I did run some numbers the other night comparing the average patient costs under North Creek and Medicare, and found out that not only the margins between you and Medicare are much tighter than what you described, but in order for us to simply cover cost, your party would need to increase the rate you provided by about 22%. That is a huge increase, and I believe it is not a reasonable topic of discussion. But I wanted to illustrate that the prior proposal will not be plausible for us and may create great financial problems later. I looked further into the contract and found some areas where I think we can create some compromise. If we were to proceed, our hospital may be able to recoup some of the losses if you did allow us to charge for services that are outside of your patient's insurance plans. We also want you to not lease your network to other hospitals in order to prevent further losses from our institution. These are obviously very large changes, so in return, we know that you had to pay for denied claims if doctors said they are not errors. You previously did not have the ability to have any say, but we would like you to be more active in the process. Finally, increasing the 5% to 10%, a much more reasonable amount than that of 20, would make us very confident moving forward. I appreciate your time and your thoughts during this entire negotiation process. Please voice any concerns you have with me.